So today let's do the tent less pattern. So this is the tent one, and after this I'm going to complete this strip, and then I'm planning to make another 2 more strips, so comprising of 10 such patterns. Okay, so let's do the tent one. I have already repeated 3 times, so 1 2 3, and then this is the 4th one. And again, for the newcomers who are watching this for the first time, this is a free knit along which I'm doing on my YouTube channel, and we cast on 44 stitches using DK weight yarn on a 4.5 mm needle. Okay, and then 40 for the body and 4 for the edging. Okay, so we are on okay, one more thing. So again, for the newcomers, okay, so the first 2 rows are knit all row, and then we start the pattern. Okay, so for the pattern, row 1, knit 2 for the edging. Okay, knit 1 through the back loop, P1, yarn over, K3, knit 2 together, P1. This is the pattern repeat. Okay, one more time, K1 through the back loop, P1, yarn over, K3, knit 2 together, P1. Repeat, K1 through the back loop, P1, yarn over, K3, K2 together, P1. Repeat, K1 through the back loop, P1, yarn over, K3, P2 together, K2 together, and then P1. K1 through the back loop, P1, yarn over, K3, K2 together, and P1. We completed the pattern. Knit 2 for the edging. Turn the work. We are at row number 2. So for row number 2, we do again pattern for row number 2 as well. So knit 2 for the edging, K1, P2 together, P2, yarn over, P1, K1, P1 through the back loop. Okay, that's it. Repeat the pattern, K1, P2 together, P2, yarn over, P1, K1, P1 through the back loop. Repeat one more time, K1, P2 together, P2, yarn over, P1, K1, P1 through the back loop. Repeat, K1, P2 together, P2, yarn over, P1, K1, P1 through the back loop. Last repeat, K1, P2 together, P2, yarn over, P1, K1, P1 through the back loop, completed the pattern, knit 2 for the edging. Then the work, row number 3, knit 2 for the edging, K1 through the back loop, P1, K2, yarn over, K1, knit 2 together, P1. Completed the pattern, repeat, K1 through the back loop, P1, K2, yarn over, K1, K2 together, P1. Repeat, P1 through the back loop, K1 through the back loop, P1, K2, yarn over, K1, knit 2 together, P1, repeat, K1 through the back loop, P1, K2, yarn over, K1, K2 together, P1, last repeat, K1 through the back loop, P1, K2, yarn over, K1, K2 together, P1, K2 for the edging. Then the work, we are at row number 4. K2 for the edging, K1, P2 together, yarn over, P3, K1, P1 through the back loop. Okay, repeat, K1, P2 together, yarn over, P3, K1, P1 through the back loop, one more time, K1, P2 together, yarn over, P3, K1, P1 through the back loop, K1, P2 together, yarn over, P3, K1, P1 through the back loop, one more time, K1, P2 together, yarn over, P3, K1, P1 through the back loop, completed the pattern, knit 2 for the edging. We are at row number 5. K2 for the edging, K1 through the back loop, P1, knit 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, P1. So this is the repeat, K1 TBL, P1, knit 5, P1. Repeat, knit 1 through the back loop, P1, K5, and P1. Repeat, K1 through the back loop, P1, K5, P1, last repeat, K1 through the back loop, P1, K5, P1, completed the pattern, and K2 for the edging. Turn the work, row number 6, K2 for the edging, K1, P5, K1, P1 through the back loop, repeat, K1, P5, K1, P1 through the back loop, K1, P5, K1, P1 through the back loop, K1, P5, K1, P1 through the back loop, last repeat, K1, P5, K1, P1 through the back loop, and knit 2 for the edging. Turn the work, we are at row number 7. Knit 2 for the edging. Row number 7 and 5 is the same. Knit 1 through the back loop, P1, K5, P1. This is the pattern. Repeat, K1 through the back loop, P1, K5, P1, pattern. Repeat, K1 through the back loop, P1, K5, P1, K1 through the back loop, P1, K5, P1, last repeat, K1 through the back loop, P1, K5, P1, no, this should be P1 through the back loop, no, sorry, this is P1. It's very difficult to do the video, and if your if your mind goes somewhere daydreaming, then there are lots of mistakes. Okay, now we are at row number 8. So row number 8 and row number 6 is the same. Okay, K2 for the edging, knit 1, purl 5, K1, purl 1 to the back loop. This is the repeat. K1, P5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, K1, P1 through the back loop. Repeat. K1, P5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, K1, P1 through the back loop, K1, P5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, K1, P1 through the back loop, K1, last repeat, P5, K1, P1 through the back loop. We are done. Then K2 for the edging. Turn the work. We are at row number 9. Knit 2 for the edging. K1 through the back loop, P1, SSK or SKP, I'll do SKP, okay, slip 1, knit 1 and then pass the slip stitch over. K3, 1, 2 and 3, yarn over P1, okay, this is the repeat. K1 through the back loop, P1, SKP, K3, yarn over P1, repeat, K1 through the back loop, P1, SKP, K3, yarn over P1, repeat, K1 through the back loop, P1, SKP, K3, yarn over P1, K1 through the back loop, P1, SKP, K3, yarn over P1, done with the pattern. Then K2 for the edging. Turn the work. We are at row number 10. Knit 2 for the edging. K2, yarn over P2, and please make a note. Here we are going to do purl 2 stitches together through the back loop, okay. So how I do is I slip the first 2 stitches as if to knit, pass them back and then knit through the back loop like this, okay, and then knit 1, P1 through the back loop. Repeat the pattern. K2, yarn over P2, P2 together through the back loop, K1, P1 through the back loop, repeat, K2, yarn over P2, P2 together through the back loop, K1, P1 through the back loop, repeat, K2, yarn over K2, P2, P2 together through the back loop, K1, P1 through the back loop, last repeat, K2, yarn over, P2, P2 together through the back loop, K1, P1 through the back loop, and then for the edging K2. Okay, last row repeat. It was a tongue twister. Okay, so row number, it is not the last one, it is the last but one. On the right hand side, this is row number 11. I'm quite distracted because somebody is calling me again and again. Okay, so let's do it. K1 through the back loop, but I want to complete this video first. K1 through the back loop, P1, SKP, knit 1, yarn over, P3. Okay, this is the pattern repeat. Okay, knit 1 through the back loop, P1, SKP, K1, yarn over, P3. Repeat the pattern, K1 through the back loop, P1, SKP, K1, yarn over, P3. Repeat, K1 through the back loop, P1, SKP, K1, yarn over, P3. Repeat, K1 through the back loop, P1, SKP, K1, yarn over, P3. Pattern completed. Knit 2 for the edging. Last round. Knit 2 for the edging, then K4, yarn over, P2 together through the back loop, K1, P1 through the back loop. Okay, this is the repeat, K4, yarn over, P2 together through the back loop, K1, P1 through the back loop. Repeat, K4, yarn over, P2 together through the back loop, K1, P1 through the back loop. Repeat, K4, yarn over, P2 together through the back loop, K1, P1 through the back loop, K4, yarn over, P2 together through the back loop, K1, P1 through the back loop, and for the edging K2. So this completes the entire pattern, and then for the last two rows I will just do knit all, and then I will bind off. Okay, I will bind off. Initially I was not binding off, I was just knitting another rectangle. Okay, but now I'll bind off because I have enough length for this strip. Okay, and for the bind off I'll be using Icelandic Bind Off. So let's do the last 2 rows of knit all. Okay, so this is just plain knitting. Okay, turn, and then last row. Okay, and let's do 2 more rounds of knit all and then bind off. So I have completed 2 more rounds of knit all. Let's just do a Icelandic bind off. So Icelandic bind off is pretty easy. So you insert the needle through the first stitch and then through this knit the second stitch. Okay, like this. Free both the stitches. Pass the stitch back to the left needle. Insert the right needle through the first stitch and then knit the second stitch. Okay, that's it. It's the repeat. It's a very easy bind off, and also it looks really nice. It is one of my most go-to bind off until unless I'm knitting socks or something, because for it is not as stretchy as I require for socks, but otherwise, especially for almost all my scarves or anything, I use Icelandic Bind Off. So you can see it has a very rounded, nice finish. Yay, so we completed. Okay, so you can see it's a nice bind off. Okay, I'm really happy. The first strip is done, and I need to do lots of, finishing the ends, and I will show you again the next strip. So I will start it tomorrow for the next strip, so you enjoy till you finish all this 10 rectangles, and I'll see you soon.